Welcome. I'm Melonie Nielsen of Yoga with Melonie, and I'm taking a series of working with some yoga poses and just playing with a little bit of mobility while we're in those poses. So a little mobility play. We're going to take Cobra Pose today, and you will need a blanket. You could also possibly use 2 blocks, but if you've got a hardwood floor, blanket works great. If you've got carpet, maybe the 2 blocks might work a little bit better. We're going to start with that. So I have my blanket right in front of my yoga mat. It's not on the mat. So go ahead and place your blanket or your blocks right in front of your mat and come to lie on the belly. I'm going to have the chest right at the top edge of the mat. And then take my hands as wide as the shoulders if possible on either the blanket or the smallest, flattest setting of your block. So we'll have the arms straight out in front, and we're going to keep the arms straight throughout. I've got the feet just about hips width apart wide. And now I'm going to take and slide with straight arms the blanket towards me as I rise up. And then we're going to lower down. Think vertebrae by vertebrae, section by section, all the way down. You could do this with the breath if you want to breathe in as you come up and breathe out as you go down, or vice versa. Let's do 3 more at your own pace. And after this last one, you can set that blanket or blocks aside and come onto your forearms. And we're just going to prop up our basics. We'll take our elbows right underneath our shoulders. And then we're going to roll the spine from the head first. So you're going to bow your head towards your heart. And then try to bow the heart itself so the upper back expands. You might even start to feel parts of your body come off the ground now, like your belly, pubic bone. And then I'm going to give a little bit of kind of rounding into the lower back. So the thighs might come off the ground. And then I'm going to let the thighs melt down, the pubic bone, the belly button, and let the head unfurl. Let's do a handful more of those. You can bow the head, round the upper back, expand into the lower back, and then melt all the way down. And again, bowing, expanding the back body, and then melting and unfurling the front body. And again. One more. Now lower your chest down, and let's take our hands wider than the yoga mat. And at first you could just give a little circles to your shoulders, like you're rolling one shoulder back, like a little backstroke swimming, and then the other, side to side, one, and then the other. And now push into one hand. I'm high onto the fingertips, and I'm going to push and open my chest a bit more to that side, look to that side, just with one hand. And then I come back down, and I'm going to push the floor, lift up a bit, and turn, peeking to look to that side. Press, open to that side, down, press, open, down. So it's like a little bit of a twist. One more to each side. And then lower back down. Let's bring our hands by our heart like we normally have for Cobra. Roughly the fingertips underneath the shoulders, hands right by the chest. And then start to come into your Cobra Maybe it's not the whole version you could do, and give a little twist side to side, like you're peeking over at one foot, peeking at the other foot. And a couple more side to side. And then we melt back down. Take a couple deep breaths in and out here. Bend your left leg and start to lift up as much as you comfortably can, the heart. And then lower heart down, lower leg down. And right leg lifts. And you lift. And you lower. Two more. Bend the left, rise. And lower. Bend the right, rise. And lower. Bend the left, rise. And lower. Bend the right, rise. And lower. Now very slowly, draw yourself up and back into your child's pose. Whatever feels comfortable and supportive for you. And gradually come back up. So I hope you enjoyed this play with Cobra Pose. There'll be more coming of various other poses. And you could visit me on Patreon, where I have full-length classes and other educational goodies. And I'll hope to see you soon, and be well.